Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There is an expectant air here in North London. The Emirates serving the embodiment of class, sophistication for its illustrious inhabitants. Up to 60,000 here, expecting the team to meet their expectation. We are just getting started. And he was quick to react. Now it's Agahawa. Oh, he's been caught napping!
I suppose if you're playing in an attacking position in this team, then having a craftsman like Rui Costa beside you is a dream.
He's in most people's lists of great number 10s.
I'm going to go along with that too.
And they're back on the ball again. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Serginho wins the duel this time. Witsel. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Agahawa. That's a shade optimistic. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Agahawa.
Agahawa really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Agahawa. Shevchenko. Big chance! Casemiro. Alger yet to have an attempt on goal.
Chelsea have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now it's Agahawa. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Agahawa. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Casemiro. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Yeah, he's felt him there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, that has not gone well. Dorgu is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Adams gets across to intercept that. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Rui Costa. Chance! It's anyone's ball now. Dorgu can clear it away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice bit of trickery. And Shevchenko! Brilliant from Shevchenko! A finish of true class! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Chelsea have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
That's been... Kane! Well taken goal. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The goal scored for Alger.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Frimpong. That is good alertness. Aims beyond the defence. Nzonzi. Now it's Kane. Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Cafu. And it's Shevchenko. Now it's Agahawa. Now he's running away. Rudiger did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Shevchenko. Witsel. Kane. Nzonzi. Kane. Can he get on the end of this? Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nzonzi. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There will be one.
Oh, that is a nice touch. And it's played into the middle. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Please take this opportunity to pay a visit to our official store where memorabilia from today's match are now available.
Angers get the second half going. It's a searching pass. Chelsea have it back and can go again. Just too high.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Frimpong. Not the most accurate pass.
Pretty robust defending.
Nzonzi proves too strong. Frimpong. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Rui Costa. Now that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. And the pass is intercepted. Witsel. Now it's Agahawa. Knocks it into space. Dorgu. Quality ball. Kane has found the net here, of course. And it's Frimpong. Threads one in. Can he get onto this? And it's Witsel. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, super goal! A finish right from the top draw. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick. and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Omolodian. Number 17.
So we have movement on both benches.
Coming on the field.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Pacho does well to get it back. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a little off target. Davids. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Oh, played right into his path. Now it's Saviola. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And this is Shevchenko. Decent chance! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
68 minutes is...
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution in progress.
Algiers have opted to make another change here. Chelsea dragged themselves back again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Good ball, good take. He's had a shot! Goal! Algiers! Into the lead once more.
Kane really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Algiers have their lead. Algiers have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Beckham tries to play it through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, well measured. Oh, now he can run away with it.
Chelsea really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And this is Shevchenko. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Pirlo. And he's intervened well there. Frimpong. That has ended up in no man's land. Beckham. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Van de Ven. Passes coming off in quick succession here. It's Kane!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
He is through here!
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Van de Ven cuts out the pass. Now it's Rui Costa. He can run onto that. Lovely ball and a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitutions taking place.
All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short. Here comes the cross. Tries to get it clear. Alger are looking to go forward now. Alger clearly now in lead preservation mode. Frimpong. He's a sharp little ball here. Shot a goal! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Beckham. That's that, the end. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Kane taking in the accolades, having been named man. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. Sporting have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
It's a promising position. Roberto Carlos.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside.
Vinicius Junior! That's a fair try, but just off target. Pepe. Passing is crisp and sharp. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now that looks a decent ball. And he shoots! And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Yamal. Now Mbappe. Spread it left. They get a throw in. Kane is herring after that one. Still goalless at the moment. It's a pretty loose pass. Van Dijk. Hernandez. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, good read. Nzonzi. Now it's Kane. It's a searching pass. And that pass just didn't quite work. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Mbappe! But he's left disappointed. Kane. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Witsel. And it's Witsel. Here's Nzonzi. Stankovic. And here's Kane. Closing in on... Goes for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Yamal, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Picked out brilliantly. No way through, so back it comes. Nzonzi. Witsel. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's well spotted. Pepe. That's a sharp pass. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's found space here. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, that's fabulous. And he can thump it away. Sporting disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And he's gone looking for safety. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And the shot! Stankovic. Now it's Kane. Now it's Kane. And it's Frimpong. Messi. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Kane. Nzonzi. And it's Frimpong. Now it's Yamal. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Kane. Aimed beyond the defence. Kane. Now this could be a chance. He's come in hard. Messi. So a temporary halt to the action. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So nothing to report so far on the goals front.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Caros espectadores, juntem-se a mim para celebrarmos todos as bodas de prata de dos nossos mais antigos sócios do clube.
So, into the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Now it's Mbappe. Albert Ferrer cuts out the pass. Now it's Kane. Pepe cannot be beaten that easily. Conte. And Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Messi. Mbappe! Big chance! And that's a tiny finish! The first significant strike.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Yamal. Threads one in. Oh, important interception. Ronaldinho is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Alger still this single goal behind. Now it's Witsel. Now it's Kane. 60 minutes played. And it's Frimpong.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Yamal. Real chance! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Sporting are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Pepe is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And the shot. Great chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
So here comes the substitution. Not the most convincing of passes. Angers perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Angers have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Van Dijk. Pepe. Hernandez. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Yamal. Played back. Great vision. And he plays one through. He's on it. Can he get away? It's run loose here. Tries to pass it through. Shoots! It's anyone's ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Stankovic. And Zonzi. That's a good ball out wide. Played back into the centre. Frimpong has it in a wide position. Messi. That's destined for the flank. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Can he get on the end of this? There's a sharp little ball here. He won't be happy with that one.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Knocks it into space. Hangs one in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Mbappe, and here's Yamal, and he's got the beating of his man. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Van Dijk. And it's Thuram. Hernandez. And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody,
stadium,
and
and the
welcome
players
to
on the
today's
pitch are
match.
raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Chelsea have clearly decided to play here with a... That is Stuta! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Back in possession and ready to go again. Tries to pass it through. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Howson. Stojkovic. It's a searching pass. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. It's a pretty loose pass. Referee's given a throw. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That has ended up in no man's land. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Howson is always looking to break lines. Frimpong gets across to intercept that. Gets a good foot in there. Looking for the run.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Angers are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Michael.
Chelsea definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Frimpong. And Witsel. Delaney. And it's Witsel. Rodri. And Stojkovic. That has been cut short. Witsel. Distributed tidily. Ruan. That's destined for the flank. That's where it came from. Shevchenko chasing after it. Michael. Ambitious ball here. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Messi. Albert Ferrer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Messi. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Serginho. Can he latch on to this? Roberto Carlos. He's shifting through the gears here. Maicon did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Batistuta. Witsel. Now that's a lovely exchange. Always on to... It's Kane!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And he was alert to it. Hakimi. That's the end of the first 45. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So neither side yet off the mark.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Chelsea are looking to break at pace. Maicon. Stojkovic can so cleverly bypass the press. Picked out brilliant. Messi! That's really well cleared. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Witsel tries to clear. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Frimpong running with the ball. And this is Kane. And he's only too happy to take that back. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And no, that was never going to make it. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Witsel. That is a little undercooked. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Shevchenko. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Now it's Kane. Now it's Shevchenko. That's a shade optimistic. Seaman gets it away. Probing pass. It's out for a goal kick. Frimpong. And it's Stojkovic. And this is Batistuta. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Stojkovic. Nicely weighted ball. Not a hint of offside here. Kane. Serginho. Stojkovic. Great work on the overlap. Foot in.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Rodri. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's clever. That's the keeper's ball. And it's Witsel. Serginho. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Rodri. Now it's Kane. Now it's Delaney. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta gets on his bike and on the move.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Delaney. Serginho. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rodri. Messi. And it's Hakimi. And we're done. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Thank you for your cooperation.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Albert Ferrer gets over and intercepts. Passing is crisp and sharp. Frimpong picks it up now. Keeper's dealt with that. In once more. Kane! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this is Kane getting up there! Goal! Angers! And Angers score first! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unearned.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Celtic finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Cristiano Ronaldo applies the finish! Lacking in accuracy.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now it's Griezmann. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he welcomes it in. Oh, shooting chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Delaney. Angers currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Now that's been intercepted, looking for a runner. And it's Kane. There's the delivery. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Rummenigge.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Can he get onto this? Now it's Kane. Now it's Nene. Pass is just off target. Oh, Red, nice interception. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. It's gone out for a throw-in. Griezmann. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cute ball now. Real chance! It's a goal! Celtic are all square. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Celtic restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two...
And the shot! Goal! Angers! And they get themselves in front! terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Kane. Can he finish? Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Kane really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Alger with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Celtic tries one from range. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And this is Ronaldo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, nicely intercepted. Serginho. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Long ball by the goalkeeper, and he was quick to react. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Roberto Carlos. Maldini makes the interception. Now he's got space here. No, he's just misjudged that one. It's Griezmann! Brilliant from Griezmann! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily want...
And that is the end of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's in a good position here. Alger can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now that looks a decent ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And that could set him on his way. And this is Nene, and he's managed to get free. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. And he's being shifted off it. That's a good ball out wide. And he's whipped it across.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one.
And here's the chance to counter. Nene. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cristiano Ronaldo. He'll try from distance! Cristiano Ronaldo, a class apart, out on his own! About as smooth as it gets! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Celtic have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Celtic appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Delaney. Now it's Nene. Serginho. Frimpong, here's onto this. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Angers really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Cross from Cafu. And that has been cleared.
Attention, changement.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, I think he's been told.
Oh, good climb! And that's a good finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Kane. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in, and this is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Just about up to 75 minutes. Nicely weighted ball. Decent chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Changement. Le numéro 21.
Celtic have their second corner now.
Le numéro 19. Roberto Carlos. À leur place, le numéro 23.
Oh, good effort!
Le numéro 14.
Oh, not the best of headers.
Changement.
Delaney. Nene. Looking for options for movement. Rummenigge.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, that is asking for trouble. It's skewed away. Driven in. Oh, that's a fine interception. He's found a way past. Beckham. And Beckham! David Beckham! Another picture postcard goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Angers, and it's been given away. And that's a good... He's had a shot! He's beaten... And it's in! We thought they were done, but never say never! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Changement. Le numéro 27. À sa place, le numéro 3.
Angers are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And he shoots!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
5 minutes.
Now it's Nene. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's shifting through the gears here. Goes for a shot! It's hit the upright. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. That's it, the referee says enough. Magic, what a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Kane claiming the Man of the Match award.